said on TV, but they sketch it.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, is there any additions to the agenda? We are scheduled for an executive session. And there are several items that people have for the executive. Is there any other additions? Remember, Monday is our mid-month, so our 5 signatures we did this past week, we're gonna put them on for next Monday.
Okay.
So I didn't add them today.
So we take these off then? Sorry,
Oh yeah,
this is
on the agenda, we're taking off
Number 3, new business.
new business, because we did that by 5 signature. We already approved number 1, the candidates, and then number 3, the audit. We already approved that. The CFO recommended bland, so that's what we approved.
Okay, I wanted to do a discussion on the a motion that was made about 6 months ago on that money we're supposed to give out, that $1,000, but we just gave out 500 for Christmas, and we're supposed to do the other 5 for Halloween, but we didn't do that.
Okay.
So just have to follow up with that motion.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know if that's going to be an exec. We could put that in exec.
Well, the members could know.
Okay,
Yeah, that's okay. Doesn't need to be exec.
sounds good. So that will be number
Under new business or old business?
old business.
Okay, number 1. Old biz. Anybody else? Teresa, your item, you don't need it added?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right, was there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Okay.
One second.
Okay. Anybody opposed? Motion carried, 6-0-0. Okay, moving down here to our minutes, July 15th, the mid-monthly meeting minutes. Is there any motion to approve? Okay,
Secretary.
okay,
One second.
okay. Anybody opposed? Motion carried, 6-0-0. Okay, we got July 17th, it'll be the general council meeting minutes.
Move it.
Okay,
Move it, Madam Secretary.
okay,
One second.
okay. No one's opposed, motion carried, 6-0-0. Okay, going to the 5 signatures. The first one was done on July 11th. It's to pay $700 for TB to avoid her eviction. Is there a motion to ratify?
Motion to ratify.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. No one's opposed? 6-0-0. The next one was July 16th to approve the hotel tower exterior repairs and remediation project. $35,731 the storm damage and $119,771 repairs to the west side of the building and repairs to the east side of the building, $240,079 for a total of $395,581 out of capital improvement for the Winnebago Resort Casino.
Motion to ratify.
Okay,
1 second.
Discussion.
sure.
How much did the insurance, how much could the insurance have covered on this?
He didn't even bring that up. He just had it, the way he had it written, the request was to come out of capital improvement. He didn't say anything about insurance, the way he wrote it up.
And that might, this
I
might
can't imagine
be,
it's not having insurance on that.
No, we do, but he didn't bring up anything about insurance. He just wanted this approved out of capital improvement fund.
this might be with insurance as well. We've got to ask him that question. And so I hope it's with insurance.
Okay. Can't imagine it not being.
Yeah, we're fully funded out there.
Okay.
I mean, insured, excuse me.
This was just our share of it.
Yeah, out of the existing capital improvement fund that they have there on site.
Oh, it's capital improvement.
Yes.
I thought it was damage.
Yeah, it is,
It
but
was, so
we're
damaged.
fixing it out of capital improvement.
Okay, all right.
But he didn't say if there's insurance or not
Okay.
already.
Okay, Madam Secretary.
Okay. Anyone opposed? 600. The next one is July 22nd, approval of changes to the finance guest services job descriptions, manning documents, and org chart. Also to combine guest service part-time position with the guest service full-time position at the Winnebago Casino Resort. Is there a motion to ratify?
Don't move it.
Okay. Motion's been made to ratify number 3, and it's been seconded, and no one's opposed? Okay, 600. Next one is number 4, approve changes to the following job descriptions: HVAC, assistant HVAC, lead tech, building maintenance supervisor, tech 3, tech 2, tech 1, and water treatment operator level 3 positions at the Winnebago Casino Resort.
Motion to ratify.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. No one's opposed? Okay. 600. The next one is number 5, July 22nd, approval of changes to the security job descriptions, manning document, and org chart. Request to move first assistant supervisor and second assistant supervisor to security guard positions, and request to grandfather in 2 grader/valet positions until business no longer is warranted at Winnebago Casino Resort.
2 graders, right, not graders.
Yeah. Did I have graders? Oh, sorry. My fat fingers, they hit the wrong key sometimes.
Okay, motion.
Okay.
A second.
Okay. Anyone opposed? 600. Number 6, July 23rd, approval of resolution 24-170, trust account drawdown. Request to draw down from the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska account PL 7334-70-6 in the amount of $1,731,946.
1 million?
1 million.
Oh yeah, sorry, 1 million and 4 cents for the from the land lease fund.
Motion to ratify.
Okay.
Is that 4 cents necessary? I could come up with that.
Who seconded?
Mayor.
Okay. All right, anyone opposed? Okay. The next one is number 7, July 23rd.
600.
Yeah. July 23rd, approval of resolution 24-171, Winnebago Tribe Senior Home Improvement Project fiscal year 25.
Motion to
What
ratify.
was the resolution?
Second.
24, it's a grant resolution, 24-171.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you seconded, Rona? Okay. Anyone opposed? Motion carried 600. Number 8, July 25th, approval of resolution 24-172, Water Resources Performance Partnership Grant, Clean Water Act, Section 106 and Section 319 for $139,914.
Motion to ratify.
Okay,
Second.
okay. Motion to ratify, anybody opposed? Okay, 600. Okay, July 25th. This is number 9. Approval of resolution 24-173, fiscal year 24 prescribed fire fund for $47,400 for procurement equipment. PPE, what does that mean? Pay period.
Personal protective equipment.
Okay, personal protective equipment. Labor and fire apparatus to support, what's BIL? Can't remember, I looked it up too. Hazard fuel reduction project on the Winnebago reservation, 47,000.
Motion to ratify.
Okay,
Second.
okay. No one opposed? Okay, 600. Okay, number 10. July 25th, approval of resolution 24 dash, oh no, we already did that in it, sorry. This is 11. What was that? Did I read that wrong?
No, you got another one for the mechanical treatment.
Oh, okay. So this is number 10, 24-174, Winnebago Mechanical Treatment Fiscal Year 24 Hazardous Fuel Reduction Fund for $16,800 to conduct hazardous fuels reduction operations, including purchasing mechanical treatment supplies.
Move it.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. Motion's been made to ratify, a second has been made, and so is anyone opposed? 600. Okay, number 11, July 31st. Approval of Tony Bennett, the official musical celebration entertainment concert contract for $35,000 on October 4th at Winnebago Casino.
Move it, Madam Secretary.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. No one's opposed? Motion carried 600. Okay, August 1st, this is number 12. Approval of resolution 24-175, Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska Child Support Program, fiscal year 25, totaling $314,048.66 by providing assistance to gain financial support from non-custodial parents. Okay,
Second.
okay. Motion's been made, seconded to ratify. Is anyone opposed?
Discussion?
Okay, discussion.
What does that mean, non-custodial parents?
That means the parent that's not keeping the child. So it would be the parent that is paying the support.
Okay.
Is that all you needed to know?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone opposed to the motion? Motion carried 600. Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did. That's the 35,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Can you trace that?
That was 174. 24-174.
Okay.
No, that was Tony Bennett. That wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So, are you good?
Yep.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, the next item is new business.
Quick comment,
Oh.
sorry. Did we skip over this one or did I miss it? The approval of the capital improvement plan for the hotel HVAC system, it's in the packet here. The amount is for $74,150 from CW Suter. It was after the Manning, dock, and org charts for the guest services part-time position.
What number is that?
What
It's
number?
not numbered,
It's
it's
not
not
numbered.
numbered, it's in the packet. I even looked, and I can't find it numbered in there, but it's in
That'd
the
be number
packet.
5? It would be number 5.
Is that changing the job descriptions or
I think it's
actual
the
work?
HVAC system, work on their HVAC system. The one after it is the HVAC techs,
Oh, I see.
water operator, and then right before that is for capital improvement for the HVAC system. It's on
Second.
7/22 is the date on it.
Yep, I see it. I think we did that one.
That'd be a 13.
On 7/22?
Yep. The second date, we have 1/7.
It's right before that HVAC job descriptions one.
You find it?
I
Yeah.
found it.
Okay.
How did we miss that?
It's not listed.
There's a lot of them.
Okay, well, you guys want to ratify that?
Make that 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be to approve the capital improvement project for the hotel HVAC system. The amount is $74,150 from C.W. Suter.
Motion ratified.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. Anybody opposed? 600. Good thing you caught that, Eugene. I didn't even see that. Okay, so moving right along to new business. The discussion only outreach on new government accountability of Public Law 280. It's in your packet what they sent us. It's from Homeland Security. And the vice chairman asked that we put this on here for discussion only. Where do I got it at?
Motion to table since
Second.
Bryce isn't here.
Okay.
Table?
Okay, so Coley and then Eric seconded
Yes.
to table. Okay,
Our next meeting's when?
our mid-month will be Monday.
Until mid-month then.
Yeah, okay, until mid-month?
Yes.
Okay, that'll be August 19th. Okay, the motion's made to table the Public Law 280 discussion until 8/19 mid-month. Anyone opposed? Motion carried 600. Okay, now we got the executive session.
Well, old business.
Oh yeah, your old business, sorry about that, Eric. Discussion on the past motion that approved a 500, was that at Christmas and then 500 at New
Yeah,
Year's
because
and 500 at?
I originally made the motion for $1,000 for every enrolled member, but due to the short notice of Christmas, we just went for 500 at Christmas, and then we could do the other 500 at powwow. And now we failed to come through for our enrolled membership for the 500 at powwow. So looking at a new date for that 500 second payment.
What I remember of that conversation was just, it was like day one. But when it came back, they laid everything out to us, there just wasn't enough in the funding. And they were able to pull some money, numbers down and pull things around, and they were able to make the 500 happen. But that's where I remember leaving it, was that there just wasn't enough funding to support the other 5.
At that time.
At that time, yeah.
So we
My
went,
recollection anyway.
so we went down from 1,000
We're
per
under,
enrolled member to 500
Eric had it
under
under
two places.
second 500.
And then now we failed to come through on that second half, the second payment, so just looking for a new plan of attack on getting that dispersed out to the membership.
Hi, Council. Checking in at 1:29 in the meeting. Is that something that could be in the next fiscal year? So if it was in this fiscal year, as we understand that there wasn't any funding for that, is it, I mean, even though it would not be in line with the motion, is there space to talk about that for the next fiscal year? I guess it's at the table's discretion on how you want to handle that. We'd have to talk to Jasmine more in depth to understand how we piecemealed that last payment together. But it was in good faith that the council did that. And there was three things the council wanted to do that year, and it was increase physical resources, some of the lower level positions that weren't getting the respectable wage that they deserved. And the next thing we wanted to do was give that payment that Eric's mentioned. And then the last thing was, anyway, I don't know what the last thing was, but we all did that together and felt really good about that. So I know.
Was it the 600,000 for land?
Yeah,
Is
and
that
then
what
we
you're talking about?
funded.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
last one.
And then the PL money funded the land budget for that fiscal year. Oh, thanks for being on, Jasmine.
Yeah, no problem.
So, in trying to honor the motion that was made, and in realistically how that would happen is something that needs more pen to paper. But do you want to add anything, Rona?
No. We're a growing community, and the way that kind of went down, it might have been overlooked. It was with the good intentions, but we did have to give up, money for these out of ARPA, and we used ARPA investments. The interest that was earned on there, we had to cut out a building that would have provided, a one-stop shop type of thing for all the tribal members. So we had to use a lot of different funds to fund that $500 to the community members. And I do believe that it should be planned for. And moving forward, that we want everybody to have something. So, but just this fiscal year, we're barely making it. And in the future, we're looking at a general welfare program that will not harm our fixed income elders. And once we get that in place, we'll be working with Big Fire Law to come up with a policy that those people will not be harmed by receiving these payments. So moving forward, that's what I'm looking at. So I don't know where we'd come up with the money for this proposed second one, whatever.
So, with the fiscal year rounding out, approaching our fourth quarter, and we are in our fourth quarter, will we have another budget planning session? So this is kind of earlier this summer. We had a meeting with Jasmine and we went over some of the budgets, and we learned that each of the departments go through a process with the CFO and the executive leadership on the needs of their program and where they can skim down certain areas and where cuts are made in trying to pass this final budget, to prepare this final budget for approval. But one thing that never happened in my time here is the council never once got to sit down and say, this is what I'd like to see happen, and this is where I'd like to have that budget funded for such things. And so there's like this misconception that the table is driving some of these, but it's really the department heads that are driving these activities. And so I was trying to find a deeper level of engagement for the council to have a way of almost directing, like, well, I'd like to see the meat locker for sure this year, and then that's that, and then we work towards that. But that's the kind of interest that I'd like to see the council take and the organization accept, because so far it's the organization leads itself and the council's kind of an after fact to say, oh yeah, I approve that. where we could come in at events, like at this time when that budget's being drafted. And we could have pie in the sky ideas, and it could be like, no way, no how. Or it could be like, hey, that program has got all the pieces, let's do it, man, you know, so I'm just trying to encourage us and trying to let us know that we're at that prime time.
Well, even if we just, this is pretty much for discussion, that if we start coming up with a plan for this Christmas to do the other 500, that's on the other side of the fiscal year mark. And so that gives us 2 months to come up with that plan, and then it'll be 2 months after the new fiscal year where we can exercise that for a Christmas money thing.
I want to be more in-depth on planning for this coming fiscal year than just having it come here and then we don't even have enough money. I want to look at these budgets before it even comes here for approval. And it never happens. I was very upset on Friday to find out that we had $644,000 sitting in the locker account, and it was never notified to us by our CFO or our treasurer. No, it wasn't. Well, it was never pointed out to us. In fact, we finally saw the total on Friday. $644,000. The only notification we got was the CFO saying that there was $48,000. That's why I sent the email saying then we got ripped off, because I remember when we agreed what those amounts were, it was in the hundreds of thousands. And so that's why I wanted to know if we got ripped off. Well, then she comes back with the full locker account, and it's actually $644,000. And how long has that been sitting there?
Waiting for the plan from WCS.
Well, I think there's also, we should consider YCIC too. How many kids are they dealing with that are on meth? That they get in there and they start counseling them. Because we can't even get our teens into a facility when they need help, because Cherokee's full every time we call them, and the BIA has the contract with Cherokee. So anytime YCIC calls them, they're full. So I think we should also include our teens that YCIC is serving. The other part of this too is, where's that ongoing meth prevention education? Is that happening in our schools? Opioid prevention education. We have health educators over there, so I know we have that quarterly meeting, and I'm going to want to know why. I mean, I want to know what their numbers are. Also, we have, I was called by a tribal member, and this is confidential. I mean, I'm not saying the name. The tribal member has a serious meth addiction and wants to go into a treatment facility, but has no way, doesn't even know who would pay for it. So I asked the tribal member to call Crystal at the recovery program and start there. But I want to know, like, if somebody doesn't have Medicaid and they want to go into treatment, are we paying for them to go into a treatment facility? So these are questions that I want to know when we meet with the WCHS quarterly. What are the unmet needs of our members? Because this $644,000, once we get a budget from WCHS, and I'm hoping we're going to invite YCIC to also include unmet costs if there are for our teens that they respond to. I think they should be included. And also I want to question our health educators. What are they doing in meth and opioid education for prevention? I want to know how many numbers, how many presentations are they doing for prevention? So these are all things that I want to know. But I really do think we as a council need to spend about a couple days with our CFO going over these proposed fiscal year 25 budgets, because we don't even know if we're going to make it through fiscal year 25. So I just think we should take the time to look at them. Thank you.
So like Dr.
we're gonna make it in fiscal year 25, we'll have head and shoulders above this past year.
Okay, cool.
But, Jasmine, what's the, overall amount for that $500 payment to the enrollment membership? What was that total price?
It's over $2 million, but I'll get you the exact total, and that was 500 for the adults and 250 for the children.
Yes, let's get that total as soon as possible.
And then, to speak on the budget, I know we kind of had an initial visit on it, and we have some meetings this week, so we should get some finalized numbers. But I was planning on presenting at the 23rd Treasurer's Report, but hearing more conversation, maybe we need to have a special meeting a different day that you guys can review before we kind of have anything finalized.
That'd be really appreciated, and thank you, Rona, for your leadership. I know you guys have been working with the departments, and it's not an easy task, and we want to be supportive, but also we want to get in on it and make sure that the council's priorities and the people's priorities are heard. So, all right, so Jasmine, we'll work together on that with Annabeth to find a date.
Sounds good.
Okay, thanks.
Can I comment on the payments to our tribal members? It's a good idea, and I support it 100%. I don't know if it was ever brought to my attention in these past 7 years, but an elder, she came to me and she said, well, I know we all got questioned about that 500 during powwow time. Why we're not getting it. And we all got grilled on it. But that elder went and said, hey, the kids they're one up on us every year, because they get the clothing allowance. So that's kind of a payment to the kids. It's $300 every year that they've been getting. So they've been, I'm not saying any kind of way bad, are good, but it's just, hey, the kids are $300 up on us every year, so it's a way that I figured and I'd be 100% support us getting something at Christmas time in December. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks, Cole. All right, well, it sounds like we're gonna have another discussion and look forward to those good ideas that come out of that.
Lorelai's request of the opioid and including the different departments, did we have a resolution when we accepted that money and where it was going to go to?
We only had the paperwork that they provided us that we had to fill out to opt into the settlement. Because if you didn't fill out your paperwork, you didn't get nothing.
Okay.
So
I just wanted to make sure there's not a plan. I mean, we didn't make a resolution.
No. And we just,
motions.
there was a motion that it would be directed to the health department for recovery and prevention.
Okay.
Since it was an opioid settlement, we wanted the money to go back to the need.
Recovery, prevention, and treatment.
And we didn't submit anything that's what we're going to use it for?
No.
Okay.
And because we didn't have to, we just got the money.
Okay.
But then back to Lorelai's question about, it's my understanding that PRC pays for all these treatments, but I think in our next meeting with the recovery program, they'd be able to highlight what their need is.
Yeah.
Do we have a date for that?
It was supposed to happen on a quarterly basis, or we said monthly, huh? Did we say monthly?
I believe we said.
Yeah, it's quarterly.
It just came up, it
It's
just
quarterly.
popped up in email
It should be coming up.
this Friday at 9.
It's
Okay.
still quarterly.
Okay.
Quarterly this Friday at 9.
Comment again on the prevention of meth. We need it. It's bad everywhere. But then when we talk about budgets, we gotta be in there. Again, we gotta put money into our law enforcement. How can we prevent meth if we can't prevent it from coming onto our lands? We don't even have an officer that can just randomly pull people over daily, nightly. So we got to put some money there. So we have 2 or 3 officers on duty who can do that, and it can help scare people, even prevent, the alcohol. problems that we have somewhat, so. It's good we talk that way, you know, we sit in on these budgets, you know, and dictate where that money goes sometimes, because it comes back to us all the time. This is where the problem is. This is where it starts, right here with us, you know, so.
Is it, just a question, don't we have a meeting coming up with, was that BIA because of the 638? They want to talk with the council?
I think that's the steering committee.
Oh,
We
okay.
gotta form that steering committee. Ms. Gu's on there. Esther, Linnell. They're working with Danelle and Michelle. And they got a meeting coming up again. They invited us. It's on the calendar thing.
Right. That's what I was saying. That would have
It's
been-
coming up.
That's a good place to put that map. And tell them that we have such a great problem and such few officers, but that's why we're gonna try to take it into our own hands and fix it.
Any other discussion on old business? Are we ready to go into executive session? Or,
We do have to talk about executive session item, right?
Yeah.
Okay, motion to go into executive session.
motion by Eric, do we have a second?
Do we need to approve this?
I think that went by 5 signature, did that blend?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
already done.
that's
It-
Understood.
And the
Okay.
5 signatures coming on Monday at the mid-month for
Thank you.
approval, ratified.
So we had a motion to go into executive session, did we get a second?
Second.
Second by Coley, discussion, objection, motion carried 7-0.